Hey folks, Justin here with Moonshot 23. We're going to look at somewhere between 10 to 15 nebulas and galaxies that I shot last week. Some 30-second exposures and some 1-minute exposures. And you'll see a pretty drastic difference. So this first one here is Messier 16, the Eagle Nebula. The prominent feature in this is the pillars of creation. You can see there in the center. It's pretty flippin' awesome. This last picture here is my favorite one out of all of them. Just because you can see there's a lot more to that nebula. You know, off to the right, up to the top, northwest. There's just a lot more to get. This next one will blow your mind. Messier 8, the Lagoon. That is a 30-second exposure right there. Okay, this right here is a 1-minute exposure. The difference is drastic. The last picture in this one you'll see is quite impressive. That picture there is really nice. That picture there even shows more of the nebula and actually how it should really look. It should have a dark gray tint to it and not a dark black. It's something I just learned here recently. So the next one here is Messier 17, the Omega Nebula, or some call it the Lobster Nebula. That first picture was a 30-second, and these two here are 1-minute exposures. But as you can see, that thing there has a ton of definition. And I only have about 15 pictures in this stack, so when I live stack this for an hour straight or 2 hours straight, it's going to be crazy. This one here is M20, the Trifid Nebula. You know, that's a 30-second exposure. That there is a 1-minute exposure. So significantly different. This nebula has a lot of blue in the top of it, and the last picture I show, you can see it right there, but I go in close here so you can really see how much stuff is around that nebula. It gets a little bit fuzzy, but I still wanted to show there's a lot to that I still need to bring out. So the next one coming up is Messier 42, which is Orion's Nebula. That's the original picture, and then this next one here is I took some of the brightness out and darkened it a tad bit, which I probably shouldn't have, but I still did. So I'm still learning. Processing the pictures is the one thing that I lack at right now. So, but I'll learn. This one here is Messier 51. Just an absolutely beautiful galaxy, spiral galaxy, as you can see. This next picture here, you can really see the arms. I accentuated the blue in that because I was trying to get the arm there to the south to show up, and it's hard to get to come out. So this here is the Ring Nebula. This nebula has a lot to offer. That picture there, I mean, yeah, it looks good, it's cool, but that thing has a whole lot more to offer than those pictures there are giving it. So we will be taking more time on this one here, definitely, but I want that picture to be a whole lot clearer, and it just needs to have more in the stack. You know, I was jumping all around the sky because I was excited, and I was taking short stacks. And this one here is Messier 83. It's called the Southern Pinwheel. This thing here has a ton to offer. It just needs, again, more in the stack so it can become more clear. But still cool. This one here is Messier 101. This one is the Pinwheel. Lots of arms. It is, I think it's got 3 or 4 sets of arms off of it, but it's awesome. This next one is one of my favorites, and I'll be concentrating on this a lot. It's just an awesome sight. But this is Messier 106, the big bright oval looking one. The inside of this thing is flippin' nuts. And I got some of the detail to come out of it, even with the short stack. But as you can see, if you look in that, I guarantee you when I stack up a bunch of pictures onto that, that is going to be flippin' chaotic in the middle of that. I can't wait to shoot it again. The next one coming up here is the Markarian chain. I think I got 11 galaxies in that picture there. M84 and M86 being the 2 prominent round ones. You would have to look up the other galaxy designations there. I know there's a lot of NGCs in there, but there's a lot of galaxies that I don't even have. This one here is Messier 27, the Dumbbell Nebula. I'll obviously be shooting this one a lot just because of how it looks. It's killer. And the last picture here, I put some blue tint into the picture because I wanted to show you, if you look to the east and the west, you can see that that nebula is gigantic. It's not just that dumbbell. So we'll be working on that one some more. This is one that's way, way, way out there. Messier 108. This is the Surfboard Nebula. To be perfectly honest, I don't know with how far away this is, how much detail I will ever really be able to get out of it, but I promise you I will shoot that, and I will stack a ton of pictures into it just to see what I can get out of it. This one here is Messier 64. This is called the Black-Eyed Galaxy. This is actually pretty cool. The whole outside of that oval is actually black, and I kind of got it to come out a little bit right there, you can see, but it's a pretty flippin' cool galaxy. I can't wait to stack a whole bunch into that and see how it comes out. The next one here is Messier 63, which is the Sunflower Galaxy. This one here also has some really cool looking definition in the center of it, and I go a little bit closer here so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But this one here also I want to stack a whole bunch of pictures on, because I think the swirls in that are gonna be absolutely awesome. But it needs a whole bunch more pictures than just a few that it has in it, you know. That's where we get our detail. So this one here came out okay. I'm not real impressed, but I did shoot it, so I put it in here. This is the Veil Nebula. I will be shooting this more because this thing is huge. It's awesome. It looks like veins. It is going to be a killer picture, but obviously, as you can tell, it needs a whole lot of work. So the last one here is M81 and M82. The top one is Bodhi's, and the bottom one is the Cigar. So that's just a 30-second exposure. That one needs a whole bunch of work too. But I thought I would share them all with you. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to leave some comments. If there's something you want me to shoot and make a video about, let me know. I would be happy to take some suggestions of something you want to see. So please like, share, and subscribe on your way out, and I thank you so much for watching.